Like, if you could be any person in Hollywood, it's tough to get better than Guillermo.
Yep.
Like, just, I show up, I say 8 words, and 2 of those words at some point are going to be Mr. Jimmy, and I get a check.
I don't know. I would prefer to be able to talk more, but it's a
Sure.
cushy gig. It's a
Yeah.
nice cushy gig for sure.
Absolutely.
But also, there's not a lot of dependability in that job, because as soon as Jimmy stops selling the tickets like he used to, first guy to go is 8 words guy.
Yeah.
He's like the auxiliary percussionist in the band.
Wow. That's
you know what I'm
that is a
saying?
musician joke.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as the band stops selling out arenas, you're not going to have a job, auxiliary percussionist.
Well, I mean, you should never have 2 percussionists. It's
Why did
not
we hire a
necessary.
theremin player?
Yeah. I've played a theremin stone several times.
Yeah.
They're fun and very weird and very quickly.
Very weird. You just go, okay, this is how they made the noise of the UFO landing.
Yes.
And that's in the 1960s sci-fi movies.
You feel like you're a wizard, but like you realize quickly wizards suck.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't like feeling like a wizard because I'm already a fantasy character.
For sure.
I don't like to combine
Elf and wizard is
elf
hard.
and wizard.
That's
like
tough.
that's too many powers.
You say percussion, extra percussion not necessary, but you're a musical guy, Chris. Maybe you can correct the record for me on this. I feel as though the bass is the most highly unnecessary instrument. It barely makes sound. I know you're gonna disagree, but like it barely makes sound.
It's the
like,
widest thing you've ever said.
it barely makes sound, dude.
It
Even when
barely
the guy
makes
gets
sound.
a solo, all you hear
All two of your black listeners are very mad at you right now.
black
Ben.
listeners, dude.
Why did you say it like I got black listeners? Shit,
Because I got a lot of black in me, and
I
feel
got
it.
'em.
I got
No,
soul.
no,
they're
you
out
don't.
there.
No, you
Go
don't.
back, go hit the 15-second back button and listen to Ben Gleib go. I got black listeners.
The real, very exciting life news that happened in our friend group is Brad Williams had a baby.
What up?
I did. Well, not me. My wife did the work.
Oh, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I thought there was some. I thought maybe
He's not
little
that
people
magical.
were able to.
Yeah. No, we don't.
You don't have babies.
No, we don't have babies. We don't.
Oh.
We don't reproduce like amoebas
Yeah.
asexually.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's a very smart joke.
That's really good. Yeah.
But yeah, we had a kid. January 13th, my daughter was born. It was very young at the point. It's still young. It's
How
5
old is
weeks
the baby?
old.
How
5
much?
weeks.
5 weeks.
5 weeks old. So,
Is it walking?
it's so funny, because you think. So I told this is like at age 3 weeks. I was talking to my buddy Adam Ray, and we were talking about it. And he goes,
Dear
"So
friend of ours, friend of the podcast.
So he goes, hey man, is the baby making noises and stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a baby.
He was doing that as soon
They
as it
make
got out.
It's what
I
they
get
do.
that.
They
That was-
come out wailing because
So
it's like,
what is the great part though? What makes it so good?
well, your life having a purpose
Boo.
and having something
That's
that
overrated.
and having something that matters more than yourself, and
Next.
a perspective of real problems, and hopefully,
That one's nice.
my daughter becomes like a rich YouTube influencer.
Okay, now
and
we're
then
talking.
that's my retirement fund.
Now we're talking.
There you
okay,
go.
that's the real reason why.
There you
There
go.
we're now I'm more on board.
Yeah. Hopefully, someone does a
The rest of
crazy
it's-
speech.
The rest
Yeah.
of it's here. This girl won an Oscar, and this guy, Steve Buscemi. Please welcome this chick, Steve Buscemi.
Joaquin Phoenix give a pretty crazy speech.
Yeah,
But he's kind of been on a tour of those.
He has been. He
Mm-hmm.
talked about artificially inseminating cows while accepting an Oscar and saying we shouldn't eat meat. And
I mean, when else is there a better time to talk about it?
When else will you have a captive audience where as soon as you say, "Hey, let's talk about these assholes
Yes.
artificially inseminating cows,"
Yeah.
is no one going to just turn around and go, "All right, nope," and,
Right.
and just walk
why
right
don't they
away.
play him off at that point? And they play
Well, 'cause
everybody
you
else
know
off.
There was some other fucking Hollywood socialite going, "Fucking, it's about time. It's about time."
We
Yes.
should be drinking hamster milk.
But also, in defense, though, of artificially inseminating cows, if you're going to inseminate a cow, I recommend artificially. you know,
You don't want to do it the
you
old-fashioned
want to do
way.
it the old-fashioned way.
These are
For it.
Skeeter, get over here.
These are 2 California boys. I'm from Kansas, motherfucker.
You fuck cows in Kansas?
Well, I'd rather do that than come in a tube and then shove it in there.
I would not. Brad and I would not. We would rather take a tube.
What happened? Okay, so
You're dying on this hill
Hold
alone,
on.
my
no,
friend.
listen. Let's talk about the next step.
You
The
and your cow on the hill.
The cow has a baby.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
half Ben Gleib, half cow.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "You fucked this cow." You're like, "No, I artificially inseminated." And so they're like, and then they're like, "So you had this freak baby, but you didn't even fuck the cow?"
You're not
Like-
improving your argument at all.
Really?
I would think the
I think
argument the
just
opposite.
as a man, I'd be like,
No.
"No, I fucked this cow."
Yeah, no,
That's
not at
why
all.
it's having my motherfucking baby.
I would absolutely say, yes, it's a freak half Ben Gleib cow baby, but at least I didn't fuck it. Chris, what is wrong with you?
Because then people be like, "Well, then what the fuck is the point?"
That was the worst advertisement for Kansas
At
I
least
could ever
my freak baby
imagine.
came out of love.
I got a friend who she just opened one of those OnlyFans accounts like last week. She's had it for a week.
What's OnlyFans?
It's where like guys or whoever subscribe
Right.
and you give them photos. Essentially, it's your excuse to send out nudies.
You're like kind of
Oh,
doing
okay.
porn on the side while you're a
Yeah.
comic or
but
whatever.
it's subscription.
Yeah, it's
Is it comics doing it?
subscription based.
I wouldn't be
It's
surprised.
a lot of
Right.
people doing it, but
Yeah.
like my friend's legit doing like she's releasing tit photos and stuff. She's made $2,000 in a week,
Wow.
and that's just. And I'm like, maybe it's not just a bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe I could get breast implants still. Is it
Yeah.
possible?
You?
Yeah.
You want to sell pictures of you with boobs?
If it gets me $2,000 a week.
I don't think you're getting $2,000.
You know how much am I getting? 600, 700
I don't
bucks?
know.
I think you might
but
get
see,
2,000 pennies a week.
I think
How much
he's
is
like
that?
that.
That's
$20.
That's not worth it.
He's like he's that niche
thought
market
about it.
though.
I asked
He's that niche market of like, no, I want hairy Jews with big boobs.
Harry,
Yeah, that hate
Harry
bass
Jew,
players.
big boobs, bass player unnecessary, boob
yeah.
player necessary.
Exactly.
These self-hating bass players would be way into you.
Mhm. You think the bass is that instrumental?
Oh, yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Really?
Go to a concert without a bass and see how much fucking
There's
fun
some
it
bands
is.
that don't have bass players.
Which one?
I don't
Yeah,
really
which
know.
one?
I'm assuming that was just a.
The White Stripes, but even he even usually tours with a bass player.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
It's
you,
like this.
but
is
you
what
admit you can barely hear it. Maybe it gives you a bass groove and it
bass
kind of gives it
is
some
like
soul.
oxygen.
But it's soul. I
you
get
may
it.
not realize it's around you, but
Right.
without it, you would die.
All right, but you admit, like at
that's
least when
going
you
on your
hear them
bumper
do a
sticker.
solo, it's just
It's not. It's
like
a
the
rhythm,
Seinfeld
It's
theme
a
song.
rhythm instrument,
Yeah.
right.
so it's supposed to provide rhythm. Yeah, when they go bass solo, yeah, you have to be a very good bass player to make that fun.
Right. That's kind of just my point.
Yeah.
Last week on Earth. Last week on Earth.